Here myself Sai Krishna. Now I am going to say about singular value decomposition and Sylvester's law in linear algebra calculus. First, singular value decomposition. Singular value decomposition is based on a theorem for linear algebra which says the following. A rectangular matrix A can be broken down into a product of three matrices. In the first one is orthogonal matrix, and the second one is diagonal matrix, and the third one is transpose of an orthogonal matrix. Let's A be an m by n real matrix, then there exists an orthogonal matrix U of size m by m and the V of size n by n such that A equals to U into S into Vt. Here U is orthogonal matrix, S is diagonal matrix, and V transpose is an orthogonal matrix transpose, where S is an m by n matrix with non-diagonal entities all 0 and S11, S12, so on SPP greater than or equal 0. P of minimum is m comma n. First, the diagonal entities of S are called singular value of A. The column of U are called left singular values of A. The column of V are called right singular values of A. The factorization of US V transpose is called singular value decomposition of A. Let's A equals to U into S into V transpose. Here U is the orthogonal matrix, S is a diagonal matrix, and V transpose is a transpose of an orthogonal matrix. That is U. U transpose into U is 1, where V transpose into V equals to 1. The column of orthogonal eigenvectors of A into A transpose. The column of transpose of an orthogonal vectors are an A transpose A. S is a diagonal matrix containing the square root of eigenvalues from U or V in decreasing order. For example, let's consider the one example. Let's find the singular value decomposition of a matrix which is in 2 by 3 form. Here 3, 1, 1 are row of first elements, minus 1, 3, 1 are row of second elements. In order to find U, that is orthogonal matrix, we starts with A into A transpose equals to 1. Just we equate to that one. A into A transpose equals to, we are multiplying here 3 into 3 plus 1 into 1 plus here 1 into 1. Again 3 into minus 1 plus 1 into 3 plus 1 into 1. Here again we are multiplying minus 1 into 3, 3 into 1, 1 into 1. Again we are multiplying minus 1 into minus 1, 3 into 3, 1 into 1. By simplifying that, we are getting here the matrix of 2 by 2, that is 11 comma 1 are row of first elements and 1 11 are row of second elements. Here eigenvalues are lambda 1 equals to 12 and lambda 2 equals to 10. The eigenvectors are mu of equals to 1 and mu 2 equals to 1 and minus 1. Using Gram-Smith process, V1 equals to U1, where W1 vector equals to vector of V1 by magnitude of V1, that equals to data matrix of 1 by root 2 and 1 by root. Here second V2 vector equals to U2 minus U2 comma V2 by V1 vector into V1 vector. Here V2 vector is 1 minus 1 minus 0 into 1 1. Then we are getting a 2 by 1 vector, that's the values are 1 minus 1. By simplifying that, we are getting a vector of 1 minus 1. Then when we are going to vector of W2, then it gives the vector of V2 by magnitude of V2. Then we are getting the values in the matrix or the vector 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2. Then we are getting an orthogonal matrix U equals to 1 by root 2 1 by root 2 of royal first element. Then we are getting 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2 of an second row elements. The calculation of V is similar, that V is based on A transpose A. So we have A transpose into A, then we are getting the values. We find the eigenvalues of A transpose A, then we are getting that lambda 1 equals to 12, lambda 2 equals to 10, and lambda 3 equals to 0. Then by substituting this, we are getting the eigenvectors of u1 bar, that is 1, 2, 1, u2 are 2, minus 1, 0, and u3 are 1, 2, minus 5. Then we are equating from above vector of v1 equals to u1. Then we are finding the vector of w1, that is the vector of v1 by magnitude of vector v2. Then we are getting the values of 1 by root 6, comma 2 by root 6, comma 1 by root 6. Then we are going for the second vector. V2 bar equals to U2 bar minus U2 bar into V2 bar by V1 bar into V1 bar into V1 bar. Then we are getting the values of 2 comma minus 1 comma 0. Then we are again finding the vector W that gives the vector of V2 bar by magnitude of V2 bar. Then we are getting the values of 2 by root 5 comma 1 by root 5, that is minus 1 by root 5 comma 0. Then we are equating the V3 vector, that is equals to U3 vector minus U3 dot V1 bar by V1 bar dot V1 bar into V1 minus of U3 bar dot, that is U3 vector dot V2 vector by V2 vector into V2 vector and whole of V2 vector. Then we are getting the values of minus 2 by root 3 comma minus 4 by 3 comma 10 by 3. Then we are equating the third vector of W3. Then we are getting the vector of 3, that is V3 by magnitude of V3. Then we are getting the values of 1 by root 30 comma 2 by root 30 comma minus 5 by root 30. Then we are getting the matrix, that is V equals to 1 by root 6, 2 by root 5, 1 by root 30 of an row 1, then 2 by root 6 minus 1 by 5, 2 by 30 of row 2, 1 by 6, 0 minus 5 by root 30 of V3 R3. Then we are transposing that. Here the transport means changing the row elements into column and the column elements into row. Then here we can see that here the first element in the row is same as the first element in V transpose. Here second element in the row is the second element in the column. Then here the third element in the row is third element in the column. Here let's see second one. Here second element in the first element in the second row is first element in the second column. Second element in the second row is second element in the second column. Here the third element in the second row is third element in the third column. Similarly, we can see the row 3 as which is changes to R3, that R3 changes to C3, that is row changes to column. Then here we are finding that A equals to U into S into VD. U is orthogonal matrix, S is singular matrix, V is transpose of an orthogonal matrix. A equals to 1 by root 2. Here U values are 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2. Then S is under root of 12, 0, 0, 0 under root 10, 0. Here V transpose, that is orthogonal matrix transpose, is 1 by root 6, 2 by root 6, 1 by root 6 of row 1, 2 by root 5 minus 1 by root 5, 0 of row 2, 1 by root 30, 2 by root 30 minus 5 by root 30 of a row 3. Then we are simplifying that. We are getting that 3, 1, 1 of row 1 and the minus 1, 3 and 1 of row 2. This is about the singular value decomposition. Next, we can see that Sylvester law. Sylvester law is a theorem in matrix algebra about certain properties of the coefficient matrix of a real coordinate form that remains invariant under a change of basics. Namely, if A is a symmetric matrix that defines a quadratic form and S is an invertible matrix such that D equals to S into A into S transpose is a diagonal, then number of negative elements in a diagonal of D is always same for all such S, and the same goes for the number of positive elements. Here the statement is let A be a symmetric square matrix of order n with real entities. Any non-singular matrix S of same size is said to be transformed A into another symmetric matrix B, then that B equals to S into A into S transpose, also of order n, where S transpose is of transpose of S. It also said that matrix A and B are conjugate. If A is a quotient matrix of some coordinate form of Rn, then B is a matrix for the same form after the change the basic defined by S. Let's see here. A symmetric matrix A can also be transformed in the way into diagonal matrix D, which has only integers of 0, +1, and -1 along the diagonal. Sylvester law of inertia states that the number of diagonal enters of each kind is inheritance of A. It does not depend on the matrix S used. The number of plus 1 denotes n plus. It is also called positive index of A, and the number of -1 are denoted by -1 or negative index, and the zeros are denoted by n naught, which is a null space known as unity of A. This number satisfies an obvious relation n suffix s plus n plus n of minus that gives the n. The difference sign signum function of A equals to n of s minus n of minus is usually called signature of A. However, some authors use the term of a triple n naught, n plus, n minus, consisting of nullity and positive and negative indices of inertia of A. For non-degenerating form of a given dimensions, these are equivalent data, but in general, the triple X are more data. If the matrix A has property that every principal upper left k by k minus delta k is non-zero, then negative index of inertia is equals to the number of sign changes in a sequence. Then we can get delta of 0 equals to 1, where delta 1, delta 2, so on, delta n can be defined by an data of A. By this, we have know that how the Sylvester law works. That for the conclusion is the only Sylvester law is useful when the diagonal elements are plus or -1 and 0. By this, I conclude about the singular value decomposition and Sylvester law. Thank you.